Thank you for hanging out with me today. This is Cage848 and welcome back to SurrounDead. Today we are going to be doing some building. I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I was not sure I was going to do any more building in this season. This place is pretty much just, perfect. But I did see an expansion possibility. I think I talked about it last episode, or it was the episode I got the convoy. I think we're going to make a courtyard out here. All right, I think that'll be a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and... Do we need to pick up the spikes? We don't need to pick up the spikes, but I'm going to pick them up anyway, just to get them out of the way. I don't like the fact that it's raining out here on my building day. Come on, guy. On my building day? We don't need that. All right, let's go ahead and throw these in here. I do think I have a chest. Yep, there we go. Put those in there. In there. I've got a lot of scrap metal. We're going to need a lot of scrap metal today because I'm going to be building with the fences. Now, there's two kinds, actually, there's quite a few kinds of walls you can build. I'm not sure about the concrete walls until there's a way to get concrete. I don't think there is. I think you can only loot it. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think you can only loot concrete. And if you can only loot concrete, you're not going to be able to do walls. I mean, 16 concrete. I've been looting concrete, and I don't even have, like, that much. I don't even know where I put it. It's in here somewhere. Actually, really, where did I put it? Huh. I don't know, maybe I got rid of it. Anyway, I have been looting a lot of concrete, and, even then, you only get, like, 25 or maybe 50 if you're lucky. And these walls are extremely thin, so you got to make a lot of these walls if you want to build with these. So this is not really a viable option, as far as I can tell. Same thing with, well, what is that? That's a large concrete wall. This is a large, wait. Okay, they look kind of, they don't look the same, but they have the same name. Large concrete wall, large concrete wall. Anyway, this takes the same amount of concrete, so that's not viable. I could make wooden fences. But you know what? They look kind of flimsy. I don't love them. I like these spiked walls better. Now, two things about these spiked walls. They're super expensive. What do you mean they're super expensive, Cage? Just go cut down some trees. It's not even going to take that long. It's the rope. The rope is ridiculous. You'd have to, like, take all the cloth. And I have a decent amount of cloth in here. It still will be nowhere near enough rope to surround my base. Just, it wouldn't work. Not even, like, at the entrance. And plus, I built with this last season, and I want to build with something new. So I'm looking at the metal fences. Now, the cool thing about the metal fences is they're cheaper. They're wider. I think two of these is, like, the same space as one of these. And this is what my base is already built out of, so it'll match the rest of the base. This is the obvious winning choice, and that's what we're going to be doing. Let's go ahead and grab... really, I don't have any more nails. I wonder if I put the nails somewhere, because I didn't want to, like, put them back properly, and they're, I don't know, they might be floating around in here. Let's take a quick look. No, I'm not seeing any. I don't know, maybe I just used them all. Alright, cool. Let's just go ahead and make some more. I've got a lot of this metal here. Check it out. So there we go. Grab a bunch of that, and we'll come over here, and we'll go to nails, and we're gonna make... There we go. Alright, that's like, I think that's a full stack I just made. I'm going to come over here. I'm not going to be room. Oh, I'll have room for this down here. Okay. I don't know how many of these stack in. Maybe 5? Yeah, they stack in 5s. Okay. So now I got to put those somewhere. Should I get a bag or... Nah, you know what? Let's just make some more room. We obviously don't need all this metal on us. We'll put that up there. We'll put that up there. We'll put this down here. And now we can make another 10. Let's see. Do we have enough for 10? Looks like we do. Yep, there we go. All right. So let's go ahead and start putting down these fences. Now, I am going to put the door in a certain area, but I think I'm going to put down the fence first. Now, what I was planning on doing was I was going to have the fence start from here and go this way, but this rock is going to be in the way. It's going to kind of be annoying, so I think I'm just going to start maybe from right here, and then I'll go this way, and then we'll turn right here. I'll put a door in. Yeah, that should work. That should work. Okay, let's do that. Now, how do these go? This is supposed to go like this. And let's go ahead and put it up against the wall up here so we can make sure it's, actually, we could put it over here against the fence. That'd be even better. Let's make sure this is proper. That is no good. That is no good. Yeah, so that's got to be proper. I think that looks about right. Hopefully it's right. I think it has to be because I turned it one side, I turned it another. Those definitely didn't line up, so this should be right. And let's just go ahead and put this right here. It's pretty good to me. All right, and then we'll put another one right next to it. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have to turn off the foliage just because I can't see with the foliage in the way. There we go, and put you right there. And this is so much easier with the foliage down. How far do I want to come out? Well, definitely at least one more. There we go. Is that good enough? No, I think we're gonna go one more. And like so. All right, that looks good. Now we're going to turn this way. I need to line it up this way. I'm only going to put it one spot this way, then I'm going to put down the door. The doors are going to line up beautifully. Everything is going to be... Oh, crap, I'm putting it in the ground. Okay, let's take that off then. Right click, and then bring it back up. Okay. If you hold down shift, it puts it in the ground. So, all right, so that is not lined up. That is not lined up, so that has got to be at 136. All right. And, you know, I don't want to bring a convoy into my base. That's why I'm doing this. These vehicles are going to be outside, too. Will I make a garage? I probably won't, and I'll explain to you why. You know what? I'm just going to explain to you why right now. All right, so here's the deal. If I want to make a garage, let's come inside and I'll show you. Because this is important for you to understand this, why I'm building the way I'm building, why I'm doing the things I'm doing. So that, you know that I'm thinking logically here. So in order to make a garage, I would need modular building. All right, I'd have to make a bunch of foundations, walls, roof, like all that stuff. Well, why don't you just do that, Cage? Because that's going to be next season. I'm specifically going to only build with this stuff, and I want to save it for next season. That's why I want it to be like something to look forward to, for the next season through this. And what I'll do next season is I will find a generic place to stay because you can't build that module stuff for a while. So I'll find a place to stay that's going to be like a pre-made building, and I'll stay there until I'm able to build the modular buildings at a decent clip. And then once I can, then we'll move out and we'll go move into the new area. All right, we need some gates here. We're gonna need 2 of these. I need to do something with these. I need to get them out of my inventory. All right, let's just put them in here. There we go. So now we're gonna need the gates, and we're gonna need this. We're gonna need some more of this. Did we need wood? I thought we needed wood for the gates as well. Yep, wood and planks and rope. Oh my goodness. Wood and planks and rope. Wood and planks and rope. All right, we don't have any room for the gates now. So what do I do about that? Let's move this up here. Yeah, I'm still not going to be room for the gates. I guess I can just let them fall on the floor. All right. You know what? We can make some more planks. Because we're going to need more anyway. Just go ahead and do this. And then we can move this up here. There's still not going to be enough room. If I move this down here. Okay. All right. I think that'll work. So let's just go ahead and make 2 of these. They're going to fall on the floor. That is going to not clear out enough space. I guess I'm just going to leave them on the floor for now. Let's just do this and this. Oh, did I only make 1? I must have not had enough for all of them. Yeah, that's right. I didn't have enough high quality metal. All right. Do they stack? I don't even know. All right, I'm going to drop that on the floor. Let's get our stuff back. There and there. And let's make some more high quality metal. 51, huh? No. 48, please. There we go. And let's do this. And what else are we missing? The nail. No, yeah, the nails. Okay. That's fine. Oops. Let's just make 100 worth of nails. Why not? There we go. Now we're good. Craft 1. Pick them up. Do they stack? I can't pick any up. I don't have any space. Okay, there we go. They do not stack. Whoa. That's crazy. They take up a lot of room not to stack. My goodness. Okay, well, we gotta put everything away now. Yeah, I'm surprised they don't stack. All right, well, whatever. All right, we got our 2 gates made. We're going to put our first one right here. This is going to be a nice spot for the first one because it's going to line up with this gate we already have down, which makes me very, very happy. In place. And you see those arms on the right-hand side of this gate? Those hold the piece of wood in that keeps it locked. So that is the wrong way. Okay, so now we need to line this up properly. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this one. All right, we'll grab this. And we just need to line this up. All right, so 316. 316 kind of sounds familiar, but I'm not sure if that's completely lined up. Let's take a look. That is definitely not lined up. And that is definitely not lined up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 316. I remember because it makes me think of Stone Cold Steve Austin. All right, and then we're just going to kind of put this right here. Yeah, I want to put it like kind of inside it. I think that works right there. Okay. All right. And that shit, yep, that comes in. That's fine. All right. Now we need to go get our walls and continue placing them down. This is coming along. It is definitely coming along. No, we don't need room. Put this up here. Put that right there. Put that right there. And let's go ahead and yeah, this fence is really nice. It's really nice to build with. The other like I'm telling you, man, I built with those palisade walls, man. They are yeah, they are not ideal. They're just too damn expensive. Is this lined up properly? Not really sure. Kind of want to find out. Hold on. No. Okay, it is 316 is the number. Just making sure. All right, so this is supposed to be about, I don't know, about right there is fine. And then we got to do it from this side because that the instructions on the left side get in the way when I'm trying to place things down. So I have to come over to this side to be able to see properly. Cool. Cool. Now we have to decide where we want to put this next door. I'm thinking right here, that tree is going to be in the way. And yeah, I can chop it down, but it's just going to, if I chop it down, it's just going to regrow. But I guess there's not much I can do about it. I gotta put there. That's the proper place for the door. Now, I could put the door a little bit closer. Maybe I could put the door right here. The thing is, I want the door far enough away so when I drive the convoy in here, I can make the turn and still drive out this. I kind of want to put the door here facing this way, but that's going to be really awkward with the hill, so I'm not going to put it there. Hopefully that'll be good enough for the convoy. It should be. It should be. I think I'll try it after I put... Let's just try it right now. So put that back. We'll take this. We'll place this at 316. Right there. 316. Looking good. And again, that tree. Do I have to bring... Oh, maybe I should bring this down into the ground. Yeah, you know what? I kind of like it better in the ground, if I'm going to be honest. Otherwise, it's going to be floating. And I definitely don't want it floating. Yeah, I could live with that. Okay. All right. The doors opening in is a bit of an annoyance, but I don't think there's any way to change that. If I switch the doors around, then these things are going to be on the outside, and that doesn't make any sense. You wouldn't have those on the outside. So I don't know if there's anything I can actually do about that. So let's oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. Forgot. If you relive the game, you have to re-hitch these things. All right, toe and toe. And well, I guess you don't need to do that one because there's nothing behind it. All right, here we go. Okay. So let's say we're coming home from a day of slaughtering zombies and gathering loot. And then we come in through here. And then, okay, so here's the entrance. And then we can leave this convoy out here. Oh, this is fine. We leave it here, blah, 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 do whatever I gotta do. And then I come through here. And, oh, that's, yeah. I would like to have moved it over one more spot, but it's almost perfect. And it's gonna work, and that's what really counts. Yep. And that's the convoy. All right, that looks cool. That looks cool. Now, I'm going to want to do some Horde Night stuff at some point. I guess I'm going to just have to redesign the defenses. I mean, I guess I could do it today. You know what? It would make sense to do it today. All right, first of all, let's finish up the fencing. And 316 one more time. Yep. That looks good to me. Inside. I can't tell when it's inside the actual door. Right there is inside. Okay, that'll work. And we need to move it like this. Now, I don't know what the number is for this. I think 226, I thought. Is it 226? It might be 226. I should write these numbers down, but I never do. All right, so that looks good. That is definitely off. And that is definitely off, right? Yeah, so it's that. It is 226. That's what I figured. Just didn't know for sure. Stupid tree. So we got to line this up right here. It's a little hard to tell. You might hear my voice getting... Oh! That's freaking cool. I got to do something to get rid of that tree. Yeah, I'll try and figure that out. You might hear my voice getting a little bit louder when I try and look closely at the game because I'm actually moving my head. And I am getting closer to the to the microphone. There we go. And I can't tell. All right, right about there. Let's move it out like that just to kind of line it up a little bit better. Okay. That is nice. That is really nice. Let's see if we can get rid of this tree. You think we can get rid of the tree with one of these? That would be unbelievable. I don't think that's going to work, but let's give it a shot. Damn it. Arrgh. So I'd have to put down a fence out here to get rid of this tree. I really don't want to do that. I think I'm going to leave the tree where it is. Okay, so now that we've got all the building done, we got all the building doing. It's all done. We're going to go back up to Ultra and get the foliage back. The game does look better with the foliage. Okay, so how are we going to defend this? Well, where would I put the horde beacon? You know what? I'd probably put it out here. So maybe right here. You could kind of yeah, maybe we should set up the defenses in the middle. I don't know if I want to move the... I should probably move the towers. I don't really have to move anything. All I have to do is put spikes out here and then just take care of business. Seriously. Right here. I could just put... Well, let's go grab the spikes. Let's go grab the spikes. We can't put them all down because we need to drive in and out. But I will put some of them down, the ones on the sides, and you know how I do. That and that. We're gonna put this in here. We made extra. Wow, made 5 extra. Those are my favorite fences. They look good, and they're inexpensive, and they work well. That's it, man. Okay, so I would put the spikes. Well, spikes. Please tell me spikes will block this. Oh, come on. Why not? Why wouldn't spikes block that? Oh, that's a bummer. Okay. Do I want to work with fencing here? I could... maybe I could put some fencing out here. Nah, we'll leave it alone for now. Kind of trying to figure out ways I could put fencing out here to block that tree. Okay. Put that right there. You gotta get out of it. And then put one over here. Put another one right there. And another one right here. Stupid effing tree. I'm going to try and figure out a way to put a fence in that tree that makes sense. I don't want to just place a fence there just to get rid of the tree. But, man, if there's some way I could do that. All right, I'm going to do it. The hell with it. Let's do it. If we're going to build, let's build right. I'm going to get rid of that tree somehow. And I'm going to try and make it look as good as possible. I don't, like I said, putting a fence over there just to block the tree is kind of a failure in my opinion. I want it to look like something you would build for real. And it just so happens to get rid of the tree. Then so be it. So what I'm thinking is, let's put some fencing around here. So this would be like this. And that's supposed to be, what was that again? I put this down wrong. I put the whole set of fencing down opposite of the way it's supposed to be. These things are supposed to be facing out. That's facing out. That's fine. This whole setup is facing in. It doesn't matter. No one would have even noticed, but you know what? I would notice. So I'm going to pick it back up and I'm going to do it right because, I can't have that. It's bothering me. So I was very upset with myself for messing that up, but honestly, it was real easy to put down. It took me no time to fix it. So that's good. Let's go ahead and have some lunch because we've been working really hard today. Actually, it's not lunch. It's probably like dinner, honestly. Late lunch, dinner, whatever you want to call it. We just had it. Let's go ahead and open this up, and we got to get rid of this tree. So place this. That's supposed to go on the outside. I don't know the number. I think it's 36. Is it 36 for the outside? No, definitely not. 42? Maybe it was 46. Oh, it was 46. That's what it was. I think. I can't really tell because of the grass. I want to turn the grass off again, but I'm going to try not to. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I want to make sure this is lined up, though. So that looks pretty good to me. That is definitely off. That is definitely off. Okay, it is 46. All right, so we're going to take this 46, and we are going to make this entrance a little bit cooler. Now, how do I want to do that? So this has got to come... I don't know how close it has to get to the tree. Oh, it doesn't even have to get that close to the tree. All right, cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Yeah, okay, I'm sorry, guys. I hate doing it, but I got to turn off the grass. I can't see properly. So I want that to line up with that right there. So it's kind of hard to tell. I think that looks pretty good. Right about there is good. And we're going to pick this up. And well, I guess we can move it. And then move it again. And let's put this right here. I'm having trouble with my depth of field. Not depth of field, but like, here we go. Having trouble seeing this thing properly. But yeah, I think that'll work. I think that'll work. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. Pick up. We're going to have to make more of these fences because I'm going to want to do it on this side as well. As a matter of fact, let's just start it now. 46. That doesn't look right. That 46 does not look right. I got to make sure. I got to make sure that's right. No, it's definitely right because if we go one spot that way, that's off. If we go one spot that way, that's off. It's got to be 46. It's got to be. I don't care what it might look like. The numbers don't lie. All right, so right there. And right there. And we're going to make like basically cool looking entrances here. Why are we doing this? Honestly, we're doing this just to get rid of that one tree. But, you know, at the end of the day, I think it's going to look better. So, you know what? If it looks better, then that's a win. All right, so that's off. That's off. 226 is it. Cage, write the numbers down. I know. I'm not going to, but I know. Right there. And that's the last one. Okay, so we're going to need one more. No, we're going to need three more because I still need more over there. Dude, so here's the thing. This is why I love organic building. I talk a lot about building in these games. I have two schools of thought on building. One school of thought is organic building. You kind of have a rough idea of what you want to build. And then you go in and you kind of build it and you work around the terrain. If something is in the way, like a boulder or something, you kind of work around that. If something is like causing you issues, you might have to work around that. It's called organic building. And the basic idea of it, the basic theory is that you are going to work around issues. And the opposite of that is, I don't have a name for this one, but I guess like permanent building or structured building. I don't know what you want to call it, but the other way is to make everything as a spot. There's a reason. I didn't have to take out the wood, by the way. I was thinking about the gates when I was making that. Anyway, structured building is everything as a spot. This is completely built. It's the way they build in real life, you know? Like they make the plans and then they build and everything as a spot and things go in their spot and everything is very structured. And I like organic building. And the reason I like organic building is because, you know, sometimes the limitations of where you're building are going to help you build something cooler. How close is it? All right, we're getting pretty close to being able to go to sleep. But yeah, the limitations are going to make me build something cooler. The limitations of having a tree over here is going to not force me. It doesn't force me. I didn't have to do this, but it's going to encourage me to build something different. I want to get rid of that tree. I got to put a fence out here. How would I put a fence out here that would make sense in a logical, cool looking standpoint? And I think this is going to be, by the way, if you press colon, you can like come into this view. It's how I get my screenshots. At the end of the day, having these fences come out this way and these fences come out this way and the same thing on this side, it's going to make this base look way, way cooler. And the only reason I did it was because of the tree thing, which is just fantastic. Okay, let's go ahead and put these down. We still got some time here. There we go, place. And that's supposed to go around like this. And it was 226, right? Pretty sure it was 226. So we're going to put that right there. And then we come over here. I just wish I could break apart this stupid freaking... The developer needs to let us break stuff like this down. That's the only thing that's bothering me about this build, and there's nothing I can do about it. That's why I try to ignore it, but sometimes when I'm walking by it, I just get annoyed. All right, you go there, and you go here. There we go. And this, honestly, the spikes can kind of stay where they are. Maybe I'll kind of move them around a little bit. Let's do that. Move that over there. I'm thinking like, yeah, like right here. Yeah, that's a better spot. I definitely want them up against the fence. And these spikes will stay here. I want them to be lined up as best I can. Everything's got to be lined up, right? Ugh. You know, I do it to myself. I do it to myself. Can I go to sleep yet? Nope. Almost. Place, and then we'll place these right here. Do it from the side. That'll work. Pick up. Pick up. Place. Nah, we're fine. Oh boy, that really got dark, huh? Okay, right here. And then right here should be pretty good. Yeah, that looks good. All right, by the time I get inside, I'll probably be able to sleep. This has come out nice, so this has really come out nice. I'm not going to turn on the grass again, though, until I'm like, I know I'm done. Because then I'm just going to turn it off, and I'm going to be like, oh, wait a minute, I can't see that where this thing is. Let's turn it off. It's just a hassle. It's a hassle we don't need. And I think it's going to be very defensible. All you need is a set of spikes. You don't need this thing up here. Maybe I'll build something, some kind of tower with turrets on it at some point. I'm not going to do it right now, though. What I do want to do, though, is I want to pick these up. And actually, it does get kind of dark in here without these. I don't know. I'm going to put them down out here for now. Right there. Maybe one over here. A couple over here. This is where the horde will be coming from, so this should probably be the best place to put them. Go ahead and turn them on. I'm going to drive the convoy through this place again. Did I turn that one on? I did not. Okay. Looking good. All right, let's drive the convoy through again. Make sure everything's good, because now we got some walls up and stuff. It's a little, you know, thin, but it's definitely doable. And not that difficult. All right, I'm going to drive through here, and I'm going to drive through one more time. Yeah. All right. All right, guys. I am very, very happy with the way this has come out. Like, extremely happy. Like, it came out better than I thought it was going to. And let there be grass. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Okay, I'm going to go through now and show you what I've got going on in the convoy. Okay, I've got all my bags in here. These military backpacks. I love the space they give you. I love everything about these. And this stuff has got to go in the base. I'm not going to do it right now, but that's got to go in the base. The rest of these, I believe, are empty. And okay, so this is my go bag, so that shouldn't be empty, although we shouldn't have wood in there. Okay, so yeah, everything's good. This thing is completely ready, except for this one. This needs to go in the base. I'm not going to do it right now, but I'm just letting you know that it's there, and that's what's going on. All right, let's grab these spikes out of here. These, oh, okay. I'm looking for stuff to sell. That stuff's got to go in the base. There's nothing there to sell. And then this one right here holds all my weapon casings. And these, again, I think they're all empty, but I just want to double check. Oh, you got that right there. That's no big deal, though. Yep, those are all empty. What about the bag down here? Yep, it's empty. All right, so we're pretty organized. We don't have a lot of stuff to sell, but I do want to go to the trader and see if there's anything I want to buy. So let's put these in here. Should I just sell this generator? It takes up a lot of room. I like to have a backup generator. Why? I don't know. I just do. All right, it does look like I have some stuff to sell here, so we should probably grab whatever can fit in our inventory, but I'm not going to go too out of my way about it. There. Oh, maybe I don't have a ton to sell. We definitely want to sell. Well, I'm going to keep that as a backup. We definitely want to sell that and this. And this and this. Got a ton of batteries. Just want to get rid of some of them. Let's see if there's anything in here we want to sell. You know what? I'll keep it. I'll keep it all. All right, so we are going to go to the trader. Now, I have everything I want to sell on me. I don't need the convoy, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive my sports car. I actually drove my sports car out there to get a bunch of scrap metal before I started recording. And I'm going to be honest, I really like the idea, and some people are even mentioning this in the comment section. They're like, you should drive different vehicles. You know, now that I have the convoy, it's hard to drive something else because the convoy is just so damned efficient. I could stay out for multiple episodes. I don't have to come home. What the fudge? Oh, I thought there was bandits or like army. It's just zombies. Okay, that's fine. It's kind of what I expected there. Anyway, I do like the idea of driving different vehicles. Some people are mentioning that, and that is a cool idea. The problem is most of the time I'm just going out to loot, and you know, driving this thing to go out to loot is just foolishness because it barely holds anything in the inventory. But if I'm just going out to the trader and I just gotta, you know, pop out the trader, maybe I'll even go to the trader in the south because why not? Like, I don't have a lot of stuff to sell, unfortunately, but that doesn't mean they don't have anything I want to buy. And I'm also gonna have to start dealing with my ammunition because I am getting a little low on money, and my money is gonna run out. I'll probably take apart some more ammunition and sell that. Did I have anything in this vehicle? I didn't even look. Oh, okay. Yeah, I do have stuff to sell here. Wow. Quite a bit of stuff to sell, to be honest. Reloading. All right, cool. Hey, you. Stop. Don't you go nowhere. All right, sell. No empty. Oh, you need empty space to have your money. Even though I have a wallet. I don't understand that, but okay. Well, it is what it is. Sell. Sell. Sell that. All right, that's pretty good. Do I want another one of these bags? I think I'm okay. Do I need more grenades? I'm all right. I got like, what, 85 grenades? I think I'm okay for now. Thing is, you don't need a lot of grenades because you use them and they blow up like half the freaking area, so it just kills everything. Right. Do I want to buy credits? You know, I think I do because I think Horde Nights are really important. But if I buy these credits, it's going to clear out all my money. I think it's worth it. I mean, the other thing he has to sell is those loot crates. And I'm going to be honest, those loot crates are worth buying, but they're not worth buying over credits. You know what I mean? Like, because the credits are going to give me the Horde Nights, and the Horde Nights, I think, are my best bet for key cards. And, you know, also other things. You know, you make a lot of those credits back and everything. Should I go? I guess there's no point going to the other trader because I don't have any money, so I guess it's irrelevant. All right, guys, I do think we are going to go get that airdrop. I was about to call the video, and I was like, oh, hold on, airdrop. Oh, wow, like 50 airdrops. Okay, cool. Let's get some airdrops. Airdrop numero uno. Take that. That's. Meh. Oh, 300. Okay. Even if I don't want the med kits, I can always sell them. So, this vehicle is a really good vehicle to go get airdrops with, although without bags in it, I could get pretty bogged down. Although I do carry 3 gun case, weapon cases. They're not gun cases. I use them for guns. That's why I call them gun cases, but not theoretically, but technically, they are weapon cases. I don't even think this one's worth it, if I'm going to be perfectly frank with you guys. But I'm going to get it anyway. Because why not? Well, because it's a waste of time. I know, but I'm doing it anyway. Swim on out here. And go ahead. Hold down the shift key. Wow, okay. See, I think you have a chance of getting the legendary respirator, which is what I really want. So I don't need any of this. I don't need any of this stuff. I'll just drink because I can. And then I'll drop. Okay. That's fine. We've got like, what, 3 more airdrops to get? Oh boy. You know what? I'm not going over there with that one. I'm just going to get these two. Let's get that one first. Yeah, I'm not going over there to get that one. I don't... Just, you know... Just don't need it. Could it have a legendary respirator? I don't know, maybe. But what are the odds? At some point, you just can't get every airdrop. There's too many of them. I mean, I guess theoretically, I don't want to get every airdrop. There's too many of them. I think that's a better way to put it. Come on. This. How do I get rid of the one that's there? Huh. I thought you double click it to get rid of it. I don't know, whatever. Who cares? I'll figure it out later. Let's go over this way. Excuse me. Is it inside the compound, or? I don't think it is. There it is. Hide behind that tree. Oh, these have been really bad. The like green ones, or the ones that are supposed to be good, they've been absolutely abhorrent. I gotta get it, man. I just feel like I'm gonna be... Like, if I say I'm not gonna get it, I just feel like I'm being lazy. And I gotta go over there and get it. That's why I said... At first I was like, I can't get it. I was like, you can get it. You just don't want to. Alright, I don't want to get it. But at the end of the day, let's go get it. We gotta buy more vehicle repair kits, too. Because I'm kind of liking driving through the water. And I'm probably gonna do it a lot more in the future. So, alright. That's fine. You know what? That stuff will sell. Oh, repairing. Refilling vehicle? Nah, we don't want to do that. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Just get in. And here we go. With enough speed. Barely take any damage. Took some, but not a ton. Alright, we're kind of smoking here, but that's okay. I am perfectly fine with it. I don't know why I can't get rid of this one. So usually I double click on him and it gets rid of him. Huh. That's weird. Alright guys, I do think I'm going to call this one here. If you ended up enjoying the video, please remember to uncage that like button. Also, if you're new here, please subscribe for more daily videos. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. And until then, take it easy.